Hello, boys and girls.
Hello all.
How you all doing? We're like facing the audience today.
Because we don't have a guest.
I know, but like...
You can't remember because it's been long.
No, we face each other. These chairs are so, into...
I feel like Oprah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm on Super Soul Sunday. Anyway, as I was saying, the bounce is in desperate need of a holiday. That's actually what's happening. What are your summer plans?
I'm going to. Well,
you are traveling very soon, and
yes,
I'm actually really upset about it.
What can I say?
Let me be honest.
When you're medium.
Man, it's not good to be down. It's actually not.
The funny
good
thing
to
is,
be.
I can barely afford it, but I'm going. I don't give a damn.
I can barely afford to go to VGC. Do you get?
I don't give a damn.
The fuel requirement to go and come back is too tough.
What did you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? I was supposed to be resting because I was in hospital. What did I do on Friday?
No, you said I shouldn't come and see you on Friday.
No, I was resting.
I was resting on Friday.
It's 11:11. Make a wish.
I'll be arrested by DSS if I make my wish in public.
Anyway, I need money. That's actually the only wish that I have. I just want someone to send me money.
Yeah,
that, like,
so do I.
I just want to see something in my account. Actually, I have a funny story about money concerning a mutual friend of ours, but I'll get to that. Now, what were we just saying?
Friday. On Friday, you were resting.
Friday, I was resting, yes. And then on Saturday, what did I do on Saturday? No, so on Saturday, I went briefly to... No, I didn't go anywhere, actually, on Saturday. Jola came to see me.
Is that when I came to see you on Saturday?
Yes, no.
It wasn't Sunday.
Are you crazy?
Sorry.
Are you insane?
Okay, I came to see you on Saturday.
She came to see me on Saturday. She brought me ice cream.
Yes, but that's because that's what you asked for.
So help me say thank you to her. Thank God. Let me tell you something. She brought me so much ice cream that the ice cream is still in my freezer and I've eaten it 2 times. And I was now thinking back to myself that this is actually wickedness in disguise because why would somebody buy you 5 scoops?
No, she just saw you sounded so miserable. I
was miserable.
So when you said you want ice cream, normally I would buy 2 scoops, but I just felt like, there's nothing ice cream doesn't make you feel better about.
That's actually
so I bought quite a bit.
Anyway,
yeah.
So
and then we had a lovely gossip session.
We did. Honestly. It was a lot of fun.
It reminds me of like the older versions of the podcast.
Yeah.
Before we gave it down.
Because just plenty gist, rubbish.
Yes.
Hi, good. What else did I do? On Sunday.
Did you stop Dekule? You went to Dekule's pop-up.
I did.
Yeah.
I went to Dekule's pop-up and then he sent me home. He sent me out. So he said that first of all, I'm distracting because people can come and say hi to me and they're not buying anything. So, okay. And then I'm obviously supposed to be like, buy these wares, but then I get carried away chatting. And then it was funny, we were passing, it was a joke anyway, but we were passing someone and they're taking a picture and then I think we were just waiting and obviously we know her. She now said, for the guy say it on the podcast, so let this babe pass. It was a lot of fun. I bumped into quite a few people. And then after that, I had like a small gals evening, which was also fun.
I wasn't invited to that, but that's okay.
Okay, but you've been doing a lot of gals things recently. Are you not going on a gals holiday? Am I there?
No. I actually got my visa this morning. So I'm very happy.
So can you see? I told Jola that as a result of her going on holiday with other friends, she has to take me on holiday.
Oh, go.
As well. When are we going? Where are we going?
I said we will.
It's not bad, I agree.
We've never been on holiday together. We should go. It's only work that we traveled for.
We can go to that Sail Harbor in Badagry. I'm just trying to think about where our pockets can realistically reach. Or like Jola Resort.
I'd rather go somewhere else. What did I do this weekend? I didn't do much. Yeah. I've been writing.
Okay, for assurance. Yeah, so girls' night, that was fun. I haven't done that in a while, but it was super fun. And like, obviously in a girls' night, you take turns to like catch people up on,
what's going on.
And there's always someone that obviously for the period has the prime gist. So you have to give them the floor. And then everybody else can, chip in. So it was a lot of fun. Anyway, that's all I did. What else did I do again? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I bought this jumpsuit.
Yeah, I have. Do you know the crazy thing? I actually picked up this jumpsuit on Sunday.
Really?
No, on Saturday. I picked it up on Saturday.
I used my last money to buy this jumpsuit and to buy food. And I'm so happy because I remember when Obida started making jumpsuits, I messaged him. I said, just imagine you making a jumpsuit, and I've not been contacted.
I got it
about
pink and white.
It's a sweet one. I'm gonna
so
buy
cute.
A number.
I've tried that. The clothes I have to start wearing them.
I've actually seen that for myself in a bit of a challenge, because as I was walking around, anybody that had a jumpsuit at Fashion Week that recognized me just said, okay, come now, there's jumpsuits here.
So why did they give you?
I said, God bless you. That's when I realized that actually this thing that we say we're popular is for nothing.
If you know the brand is that strong, give her now.
Forget that. Let me tell you something. This thing is for nothing. People were charging me left, right, and center. One single free good. I didn't got even discount gone. In fact, I went to my cousin's store. I still paid full price.
Oh no!
Just a terrible.
Oh, no.
Do you know what I mean? Just a terrible thing.
And what else did I do this weekend? I didn't do much. I just wrote. I ate. I went to. Like Lagos are spoiled too, because I went to La Taverna on Saturday, and then I realized like how crazy like food pricing, restaurants food pricing has become, because I think the food was like 12K, 9K, 7K, 10K, 9K. I was like, this is so reasonable. Because Lagos has actually gone crazy. I think now, like, for you to find stuff like that is La Taverna, Pizzeria.
There's a few places you go to, and like, so like it becomes, it's a novelty, because you can't find.
The mains are like 10K.
You can't find that food anywhere.
It is actually insane.
It's crazy. Yeah. I don't know what was going on, but eating out is now, which brings me to one of our friends. Yeah. I won't say his name.
Do like this.
But do like no.
This. They cannot see. Do like this.
Let me tell you how you know. Oh shit, what's her name? Zenzi and Mex. You know our friend? That we watch Zenzi and Mex. Jola, this is what I hate. You don't remember Zenzi and Max that you made us watch?
Okay, yes. Okay, yes.
Now, for whatever reason, he used to live in America.
Yeah.
So on my paper, I had his bank account because I needed to like add whatever.
Yeah.
You know these America transactions? Not like yesterday. I needed to pay for something. It was like $300. And so my own card, his own thing on my account is like the default, whatever. And so if I need to use this, I always message him that blah, blah. But I was going to use my own card. The problem is when I clicked to pay, it just took the payment.
From his own card.
And so, do you know that I waited like 15 minutes? This nigga did not call me.
He can never call you. How much was it?
It was $300. I said, what a rich. So I now called him. I said, all this time I could have been scamming you.
No, he can never call you.
And he said, what happened? I said, guy, $300 has moved from your account.
He can never call you.
He was so unaware and so unbothered.
He can. Do you say 300?
Yeah.
He can never call you.
Do you know that if $3 moves from your account, I'll be aware.
I have a story about that same friend.
I said the thing just came out.
I thought she would say like 3K.
I got the notification.
He can never.
And then I just waited for the call.
No, he can never.
When I called him, he was like, oh, hey, what's up? I said, what's up?
No, he can never. I promise you.
I don't say, have you checked have you gotten any notification? I say, hey, go on notification on his bank, but you look at it later. I say, wow. I said,
all RM is pending.
I said, jacuzzi.
He can never ever.
He was, and then we were both laughing because I was like, is this how you had living?
Yes.
Do you know all this time I could have just been wasting
Yes, you could have, honestly.
I could have just been wasting money because you would not have known.
You could have 1,000,000%.
And you should have told me. He now went to check. He was not like, oh, okay, yeah.
You could have done multiples of that, and he won't notice. I know the threshold where he would notice.
Yeah, no, there's a threshold.
You have to keep it.
The last time there was a threshold, before the thing even finished, he called me. I don't get. Is this you? Or I said no, it's me. So I've been debating whether or not I should send the money back because realistically, if you don't know, then like, do you know what I mean? Am I really so obliged? Do you know I should have just let it go?
No, I
should have just kept quiet.
And then when he will call you, he won't even call you.
Shabi will report it as fraud.
Like the last time, I can't remember where we were, and something was wrong with my card, and it was like, to me, substantial money. And then he was like, I'll just sort it out now. And like was talking, did it. And like 3 days later, I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, wow. Wow.
I just said now how, because if you move 30,000 naira from my account, I want to let you know that the way I will even phone you too will be shocked. You'll be shocked.
It happens.
I even don't like when people don't give me my change. When you have like 300 naira change and then someone is looking at me and smile, excuse me, this is a period of austerity. I'll have you know. If I want to dash you, then I'll dash you. Which one is not giving me? Yeah. My friend, bring this thing. So these are the things. Anyway, that's what let me know that I'm not living a life of the rich.
My mom is going to find out on this podcast that I'm not repaying her one money. So my mom is bringing back some stuff for me and there's excess. She's not telling me about the excess luggage. The excess luggage. Anyway, this is how much it is. I said, okay.
And you're like, yeah.
I said, okay.
That's so
when
sweet.
You get home, we'll see what we can do. No, I know
but with
well.
Parents, it's like my mom, like the last time I owe her money, I just said, will you manage half?
Yeah.
Because sincerely, it's just like, really?
Yeah.
Like after all this, you now want me to pay you back again.
Yeah.
Don't you want to add it to all the plenty sacrifices
you've already made? Oh my gosh, I have an unsafe space this week. I already tweeted about it, but it really, really is bothersome to me. Okay. So like, I find, you already know this, I find wedding culture very bizarre. Yeah. Which is crazy for somebody who genuinely loves going to Owambes, going to parties, going to weddings. I'll buy a show. I do the whole thing. But I just feel like when it comes to Nigerian weddings, we've gone from like ridiculous to absolutely insane. My unsafe space for the week is the insanity that is bridal robes these days. Okay. Like now the idea of the bridal robe was supposed to be like, okay, you're getting ready. Yeah, and then you'll take a picture. This whole thing was like when people started getting makeup done professionally. Yeah, so that in the video so that it doesn't stain. No, so that it doesn't stain. Like when they're putting the powders, it doesn't stain your dress. So you wear
It's for those I'm talking about
initially. I'm talking about initially. Okay. So people would wear like the hotel robe, any kind of robe. Yeah. Just wear a robe so that when they are blowing all the baking powder, whatever,
it won't get on you. Your outfit.
Sure. Then people now started like getting a lot more invested in like the look.
Because it's part of your video.
Photographers and videographers started telling us that they are not just photo takers, they are storytellers. Yeah. So they started telling us that the wedding starts
when you're getting ready.
Yeah. So people now realize that, I have to put effort into...
So I have to buy matching pajamas.
So now they started wearing... Before it was just robes. In fact, some people now started making pajamas. I was like, okay, this is cute. Now it stopped being just matching robes to robes with names. Yeah. I still have my robe from Toby's
I have
wedding.
like 3 little robes.
Yes. And I was like, do you know what? This is cute. Well, I get somewhere. Then I realized that the bridal robes now started getting shorter. So like it started being like a sexy robe.
Are you noticing that they're shorter?
No, I'm telling you like the
train.
I'm telling you the progression. So no, there's not that it was like a sexy short.
Yeah, it was a cute one.
It was a cute short robe. Okay?
Sure.
The short robe. Okay, that was still cute. Then all of a sudden, I started seeing feathers.
Yeah.
Trimming. So there's a time I was just trimming.
There was trimming.
Like actually what is in honor of the robes, by the way. Trimming, just light trimming around the edges. When I say light, I mean light. Like,
less than this.
Just a little thing on the edge, And that one would say, this is the bride. Because
everybody else is on... No, hers would be white.
White because all of us had whites for Toby's wedding, but Toby did not have the trimming.
No, so I've never had white. We always have all those like satin
colors. She's a socialist. So we're all the same. We're all the same. Anyway, then the next thing I started seeing the train. Yeah. With trimming.
So there's like organza.
Yes,
there's
with
like
trimming.
There's like 2.
Yes.
There's trimming. And then there's I've even seen embroidery.
Now they've taken it to another level. Corset.
No, I've never seen
I promise you, they are now corseted
robes.
Yes.
Okay, this one I've not seen.
And that is my issue. I was with you guys.
The corset. Okay, up onto the corset.
I was with you guys up until we got to this point where someone now corrected me when I said that this is pre-wedding gown.
Sorry?
We've left.
We've
left the era of the robe and we are now in the pre-wedding dress era. Mm-hmm. And I can't for the life of me understand how we've gotten here.
To the pre-wedding.
Or more importantly, why we are here.
See, I want to remind you why. It's because every part of the wedding complex, there's more money to be made.
I am rest assured about
more money
that.
To be made.
Of course. But I want to remind everybody that as a bad mind, because now I started hearing things about how whenever I complain, I'm a bad mind unmarried lady. Say spinster.
Which you are.
I'm a spinster. So from one spinster to the upcoming marriage, I want to remind you that 1 in 3 marriages end in failure.
Are you stupid?
Why do you want to choke yourself the morning of your wedding? In feathers and a corseted robe. There is no need for any of this. And I know tailors are very wicked because that robe, you're not going to walk into a store to buy it.
You can't.
You must get it made. So now, where you could have paid 8,500.
Who's paying 8,500?
For the robe.
Who's paying 8,500
for the robe minus printing? The plain one.
Who's paying 8,500? Once again, did you pay 8,500?
For what, the robe?
I've never paid 8,500 for the robe. Let me start calling my friends. I'll call. Where did you get your own robe?
No, I've always gotten mine for free.
No, they give you, but it's not 8,500.
What I mean is, see, that's what I'm saying.
There's nothing bridal that is 8,500.
What I'm telling you is that you see where we've gotten into, Fake-Kemi. You see where we've gotten into. Once upon a time, you just go.
In fact, if you do mistake, buy white robe, you can't pay 8,500.
But that's what I'm saying. See where we've gotten into, Fake-Kemi.
Girl.
Anyway, that's my unsafe space.
Instead of us to think about what we can sell in the wedding business, this is rubbish you are saying.
That was my unsafe space for the week. I want all of you who are about to pay stupid money for this thing to remember that there's a 30% chance you're going to look back on this decision, amongst others, with regret.
We regret, actually, but here's the thing, right? I've always figured that at least if your marriage is going to fail, you should look good. Do you know what I mean? So, like, people whose marriages have failed, I'm like, oh, but she looked fantastic on her wedding.
And this is fair.
Which is always a plus.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than your marriage failing and you looking somehow at your wedding. In fact, that's probably one of the causes of failure because people are insulting you. It's like food finishing at your wedding. Chances of that marriage failing have gone up by 25% because of curses.
Not just curses, but also like interfamily drama because people will hold those things, bad mind,
curses, And the thing is, when food finishing as a wedding, you have to understand it never finishes linearly. There's always a section that still has food. And that's where the politics is. Which section will always have food?
I just remember the wedding that I was offered food and I said no. And I thought
there'll be plenty of food.
I saw that there was plenty of food. I forgot that people steal a lot. And so like when I was ready to eat, they were like, the food has finished. And that was the first time I've ever seen a bride's sister go off on people. So I remember she was in the vicinity because it was her younger sister getting married who was our friend. And I was like, oh, don't worry, food has finished. I think there's still like small chops or something. And she was like, that's not possible. So she just said it's like Yoruba behind me. She was like, that's not possible. And I was like, oh, no, it's fine. She was like, no, it's not fine. Because my sister's husband paid for 2,000 plates of food. And we're not up to 800 here. I was like, wait, what? When I couldn't understand. I was like, why did he pay for 2,000 plates? She was like, he said,
food can't finish.
He said food can't finish. He made allowances for theft. And his dad is Muslim and believed that the rest should be shared to people. And I was like, that is so interesting to me. Anyway, needless to say, she came back with like 3 plates of food for me.
I remember I went to a wedding where it wasn't that food was finished. It was badly organized because they didn't recognize so I wasn't a bridesmaid, but I was in the bridesmaids and groomsmen section.
Okay.
And basically, whoever had fucked up so royally that by the time the ceremony and everything was over and the bridal party had arrived in the hall, in that section, there was no food. Stop. I swear to God. They started saying food has finished. And I was like, with my own bad knowledge, I know that food has not finished. But I know that somebody has fucked up in that they have not placed a prime usher to guard the food of the bridal. It was just, and then you could see other people eating and
munching and not finishing their food.
And then let me tell you the worst part of weddings, when that you're not in a rated area. So for example, maybe there's like everybody's food. Then there's like a chef. You get maybe like they've called Freg's or Eros or something. And that one is bringing lobster, others, better. On top of the normal continental. There's not many for that one. You always just get so and then you're not in the section where they're...
Yeah, there's not many. What happens is...
You're not in the section where they're getting it.
This makes me laugh. What happens is a waiter will come and bring something out of his...
Yeah.
Bring something out of his...
Just say, we have...
And be like, we have lamb,
this.
We have salmon. We have this.
And then you're looking at lamb. I'm wondering, where are they getting the lamb? And they're just like, no, honey, not for you. And then you're like,
what's that? They say we have jollof rice. We have jollof rice.
Oriental, you can also order from the Oriental continental menu. So... These are the politics of the day.
This episode is brought to you by MTN's 5G, which is Nigeria's number one 5G network. So if you are a business owner of any kind, you're an employee, you're a layabout, you're a student, whatever it is you're doing, that you're hopping on the webs. If you're listening to the podcast, anything you are doing,
5G.
Exactly.
Get your own MTN 5G router at shop.mtn.ng. What did I say? I said shop.mtn.ng. Good night.
The way we are raised for a lot of people is not okay. I was talking to a friend of mine and I was thinking about it randomly, and I said,
because this whole thing entered like a
family dimension.
Just a family dimension of violence, and people always try to defend some. So I saw a screenshot of someone now saying, kind of, without like the violence they experienced, they would have become a criminal, and I just thought this is a heavy rationalization for whips.
Yeah. Another thing, so the friend I was talking to, and I was like, do you know what I was thinking about? A lot of us didn't get smacked as children. We got beaten. And there's a difference. We weren't smacked and we weren't disciplined. We were beaten. And I want you to think of all the times you were hit as a child, even the one-off, quote unquote, dirty slap. If you were fair-skinned, and by that I mean if you are white,
you would have bruised.
I want you to think of the kind of bruises you would have. A lot of people don't even have black eyes. We don't actually really get black eyes. You get like a puffy face for a lot of people.
Your skin is just red or whatever.
Your skin looks a bit funny. Like people know when your mommy has beat you.
Like if they're beating you with koboko, you see it, but it's not like it doesn't look like.
And what I figure is, if our skin was fairer, a lot of the stuff that our parents excused in their anger is abuse. It's because it doesn't show.
Yeah.
It's because it doesn't show. I actually have a mark somewhere where my dad lost his temper.
I have marks from the
last time my dad beat me, he'd lost his temper and he beat me. And imagine a talkative not talking for 3 days. And I know between himself, my mother, like that, they realized, okay, this is not okay. And that was the last time he hit me. But if I was a white child and I had gone to school, there's no way Kola would have entered.
Everybody up.
But it was discipline. Do you understand? And it was that thing of even people saying, don't worry, you will not do it again.
Yeah, so I think where the problem is that people are like, oh, but you'll discipline. I don't have any issue with disciplining your children. You might even smack them or whatever.
Smacking.
But there's a line that is so normalized, that is so bizarre. I mean, your child will
break a glass.
Thing. You break a glass or like
break a plate.
Pour their food on the ground and you have slapped them. When you start to think about it, just like this person, you are like 10 times bigger than them. And any small thing that they do, you've thrown a pair of slippers at their head. And it's just like normal.
And you
like,
do it
the
too.
first thing they do is they flinch and everybody's laughing. And it's just sort of part of the
culture,
like, banter that my mom is going to throw slippers at. Whatever is in her hand, she's going to throw it at my head. Mm-hmm. It is insane. And look, more and more, I know people make fun about this gentle parenting. Not that I believe in that necessarily. I've met a lot of children. Some of them are good. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that the line that also you've drawn
is not okay.
It's violence.
It's not okay.
An adult. So what I say is there are ways that, especially in school, I saw people get whipped with cane. That if in an adult situation you were fighting with someone and they beat you like that, nobody around you would take it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It would be jungle justice. Nobody around you would take it. But all of us will stand, even in assembly, and watch them whip somebody 15 times. And just think, oh yeah, this is discipline for what? It's crazy. Yeah. It's actually like, it's insane. I think we had those whips that like had rings. Mm-hmm. They were like cow whip. They were like 3 on it. There were so many different types of whips and canes available.
But, the crazy thing is, even horses, you're not allowed to whip horses like that.
Like, you can't horse whip on children.
You can't whip. They'll say it's a horse whip. But you're actually not allowed, when you're training horses, to whip them like that or to be violent with them like that. So I think people are so afraid or ashamed, like, oh, you're calling your parents abusive.
No, it's what you know.
It's
whatever.
Just factual.
It's what you know, but it's actually factual.
It's just factual.
The line, that what was normal and not normal, it's actually insane because
the way you beat me was not good.
It wasn't good. Also, if you do it to somebody else's child, you will be in jail. No, that's such thing. Sometimes, if you think about, incidents where your parents have beaten you, let's say they did somebody else's child, everybody will agree that this person should be jailed. So it's just
there's also a reason they could only do it in private.
Yeah, I think about school, that place that we went to, they would hold somebody arms and legs.
Because it's not, you can't chest that pain.
They will hold someone arms and legs and they're horizontal and whip them with cane. And I'm thinking to myself, this is slavery now. Are you in prison?
then there'll be things like...
And they did it in front of all of us as an example.
No, I mean, do you know my favorite part? Where...
People will not be forming the chest. They chested it, they didn't cry.
Or even worse, because they knew it was so terrible, there are boys that will say, like, flog me my own and Jola's own. Because it's not normal. No, because if they beat you like that,
you crazy.
Can faint. You can faint. It is really so, and people get so worked up. There's a reason why they can only beat like that. So, for instance, I see people smack their kids. Even when I went to a white church, parents will smack their kids.
White people smack their children.
And they'll smack in front of everybody, and it's not a problem.
Because they smack is a very different
thing. There's why your parents will slap you, that even other people that beat their children the same way will react. They beat their children the exact same way, but when you see it in public, even you that they beat you at home,
look, it's violent.
It's not normal.
It's not.
It's not normal. Let me tell you, all these vexed of accent. This is why the blacks, the imposers, that they don't beat. Let me tell you something. If it's by beating, this place wine should not be like this.
See, all of us are already, casted.
The whites, that when they tell their parents, shut up, mom, shut up, dad. People, do you think it is by beating people?
Have you seen the nature of the country we live in? It's shut up, not better. If it was shut up we're doing here, would it not be better for us than what is going on?
No, honestly.
Do you know how many people they beat it that look how they've done to the rest of us inside this country?
No, honestly, it is genuinely
look, someone was saying that, I watched a video, someone was like, when they looked at it, that look at how small their child is and look at the force which they are slapping them, that they won't get into a fight with, and he was a guy, he was like, I will not get into a fight with an adult man of a certain size. You can slap me. But me, I'm looking at somebody that if they even try to defend themselves, you beat them more. It's no, you think about it.
No, we're not
your child will be trying to defend themselves. Next thing is, you want to slap me? And it's just like, hey, God. So, I don't know.
I saw that actually happen in the market. One woman was about to slap her daughter, and the girl obviously tried to
defend yourself.
Her mom just started shouting,
you want to beat me?
Kini fẹ́ pa mí o. Hey, mommy, kini. Ẹ wá wò. She not that they do is start opening her wrapper. Ẹ wá wò. Mo ti kú o. Yay. And
you're just like, no, but when you look at the scenarios that we've been in where I'm trying to defend myself and all of a sudden you're telling people that I want to beat you.
Then your aunties will not be asking you, I hear you want to beat your mom.
And then they'll still beat you again. Do you know the kind of beating that do you know the type of beating I hated? A communal beating where your mom was beating you and then the auntie, upon hearing the reason, beats you also. Or like, I remember sometimes with my cousins when they are younger, they'll just do something. Maybe we've gone out for a restaurant. My auntie just say, you are close. Let me slap his head. Just say, let me knock his head. And I'm just thinking, now you've sent me. Now I have to knock this poor boy's head. It's crazy. Look, I'm just like, the thing is that I don't even know what the better way is because I know how I was as a child and things were dire. So I don't even know what the better way is, but there has to be one because
do you know the funny thing?
It's not sensible.
There's a better way. Let me tell you some of the things.
Then you tell them to go to school and not fight.
No, apart from that, there are a few things I know because of the way I was disciplined. My major driving force was avoiding consequences. For me, it was not because the consequence was never anything. It was always like I was going to get beaten.
Yeah.
So I learned to lie and like mask behavior very early. You learn to lie because, for instance, let me tell you something. There's only you one in the kitchen. Bah, who broke this glass? It's not me. Why are you? Do you understand? Why are you lying? If the consequences of what you did are normal,
I don't be happiness. I can't lie. Like 3 times I broke something. I happiness.
You have to lie because they'll beat you.
It came out of her salary. I'm so sorry.
Because they will beat you.
That year, I didn't have any self-respect.
No, but I couldn't know something. There's some.
So sorry.
There's some consequences you just can't take. Is it every day? Is it every day? Like at the time, I felt like my mom was beating me every day. She come, you did not bring your eraser. Okay, just erasure. Must you beat me? Must you beat me? The eraser is nice. Of course, I go to steal it.
And then another thing was like, I don't know if it was going, but they had bad aim. So I was like, oh, this one will throw it. This thing can never hit me.
Today is skinny. Another one is, you are playing. Your uniform is rough.
It's too much.
So, sometimes by the time, do you know how sometimes my mom's driver at the time will say, You know, say, you already played today. I'll say, oh, like I just know. I'm like, shit, man.
And the thing is, I know people say. So the thing is, I didn't have a bad child necessarily, but
I had a fantastic
I
childhood.
also think about it, and I'm like, but I didn't necessarily learn anything from being beaten. I'm sorry to say.
Do you know the thing that made me laugh?
It didn't make me improve as a child.
My dad,
it made me fearful of like that consequence.
Of consequences.
It wasn't that I wasn't going to do it again, though. It was that I was going to try and gauge it around the beating that I can absorb. You get, there's a level of beating you can absorb, and you know that this is fine.
The enjoyment is worth it.
This is fine.
It's worth it.
They'll beat me,
your mom
and
is
then
saying,
like
your mom says, let's go home now. But they're about to do dancing competition. We're not going anywhere.
Do you get? And then it's fine. It's fine. Like the consequence is fine. What I could never take was cane. Listen. In school, people used to collect my cane all the time. There's nothing I will not pay them. I said, this might be sin, you collect it. What? I couldn't, because it was unfathomable to a stick. And the stick, and then they'll do like this, and the stick is like, the stick is like having special effects. And you can see the stick like
tell you how
bending.
Wicked people are. In that school Fekemi and I went to, there was a man that they used to call to flog. Do you know how this man
he didn't have, do you know, no.
How can you use 4 fingers to be flogging
This man
people?
did not have a thumb.
And it is...
Can I just say that this man that was the special caner of the school, he didn't have a thumb. He had an accident, his thumb was not there.
Rest in peace.
He would put the cane inside here. Do you know what it is for your grip to be so strong that a stick that is... think about this place. It's somehow... And the manner with... And it was such a thing of pride for him. Because once you really fucked up, and once you just hear his name, you know that...
Everybody, literally, the whole assembly will just say...
Just say her.
Like, the whole school. Like, we'll be hoping for you. They'll say, maybe they call you. We'll be hoping that somebody normal that will flog you. They'll just
call one of the normal teachers. Won't they call
like,
it? Because once he just puts that thing, and then he will now start doing the cane like this so that you can see the flexibility. You just hear the cane. And just... Where you are in assembly.
Do you know how bad it was? And like year 7s and year 8s, because they were not hardened yet, they'll be crying. They'll be flogging other people.
They'll be crying. They'll be crying.
They'll start crying.
That school was a terrible place. And the thing is, with the cane, you could see the person just like breaking. Because and we've had a lot of imported bad
criminals.
Imported criminals.
The ones that they told their parents, if you don't send this boy to Nigeria, he's going to jail.
Hey, my name is Tope. They sent me from London, and I'm thinking, oh boy, if I were you, I would drop this accent. Okay, if I were you, I'll not attract attention because they hated those guys, and those were the ones walk, and then in front of the kids, said what, and before they start crying,
they say wait.
Now you know what?
Wah.
I said,
whoa, because wah.
I said, instead of you to beg, you see somebody that his hand is not complete. And you're still saying, what, bro?
No,
it was terrible. And then you watching this, you're just thinking, so what is to be learned? This is a castle auction.
No, honestly.
No, it was, like, when I think back, I'm like, that was public beating.
And the funny thing was, I don't know how my parents didn't grasp this thing. They would beat me. Fine. Let my father start talking. It doesn't take 3 minutes. I'll start wailing.
Daddy, let me tell you what I hated.
Daddy, I'm sorry.
I'm so disappointed.
My father was just... And my dad's own is... So the way he's making worse is my dad will even... When he's now really ready, he will even first say, let's go out. I'll not be happy I'm a special child. I've always known I'm unique anyway, compared to my brothers. So with glee, I'll tell them, Baba, my dad and I might go out. Then in the car, on the way back, say, Jola, I wanted to talk to you about something. I've already ice cream, burger, I've eaten everything. I'm very happy. So, you did something last week. And I was just so disappointed. I said, because, I have expectations of you and you always meet them, but sometimes you do things that are just really hurtful to me. I was by the time I get to I'm going to vomit. And all the food.
See, there's some words my mom will use. I just say, hey, God, By the time they just start talking about how you were when you were young, and we just really thought, you were just going to be amazing. And now, I said, and now what? What happened? What did I do? I said, and now what? What happened?
No, honestly,
it was...
I'm sure they used to laugh.
I used to think to them, why don't you focus on this thing that you're doing? Can you not see the way I'm crying? If it's beating at me, I've run up and down. You can't even catch me. So I'm like, why are you not focusing on this issue of disappointment? Very tough. I remember one time I got into a large amount of trouble because I used my dad's clippers. And then Declan and his friends, they were in the house. So I decided to cut their hair with the clip. And then I cut also his eyebrow by mistake.
No, children are terrorists.
The amount of trouble, like the pieces I got out there. But it was really worth it because he now had this like, and then my mom now, for like one day, they didn't go and cut his hair because they were like, Yusu, next time
you will not see that.
So he had like a half haircut, half eyebrow. And then I was just like, because my dad never usually leaves the clippers. I just saw it. I just said, who was cut there?
Oh, the only time I remember one time I got into big trouble. So I was watching TV and obviously it was the most important thing in the world. This was pre being able to like pause.
Yeah.
So I had to, if you don't watch it, it's till next week when they're doing recap.
There was a system. There was like Keenan and Kel. There was like...
exactly.
There was like, what's that show? Oh my God. There was Figure It Out. There was all that. There was Brothers Garcia. We had like a timetable of like shows on Nickelodeon.
Exactly. So I was watching something. My dad now said I should go and bring his phone downstairs. Man, fuck this shit. This is how busy. I need to know what's happening. My dad now shouting my name again. I should go and get his phone. So because I didn't want to miss anything, I ran like. What was it about this guy? Toby Rockets. Now God save her. That I did not keep up with my address. I ran downstairs because my life ran. I just threw it. I literally like open the door, I just threw it. I did not know that is my daddy's head. I put Keenan and Kel. So I ran back and I sat down. He did not tell me that there was an issue. He did not come out immediately. Oh my God.
No.
By the time you finish with me, I said I'm moving to my grandma's house.
I don't love stupid things. I can never forget. See this car that I have here, Vemi. I don't know what we thought. They left the ironing board out after the laundry. And then Vemi decided that he wants to see what will happen if he irons my hand.
Oh my God.
Do you know that? And then me, so I was like, okay, yeah,
let's try it.
I started screaming, and then before my hubby carried me to the hospital, she first used 20 minutes to shout at all of us. I said, excuse me!
No, honestly.
No, we were actually, do you know the thing? As children, I just remember us being insane.
Our next person calls themselves Jola's twin.
Good.
Says, I've been married for 5 months and I've come to realize that my husband is the most boring person sexually.
Jesus.
He always wants to do the same thing every time and he has become a routine. I've tried to tell him that we need to mix things up, but nothing has changed. I don't know what to do again, guys. I'm already bored. Again, asking on married women.
I don't know why. I really feel bad.
Really?
I do. I'm just like, poor guy, bless him. He probably enjoys it. Oh, yeah, this is why you must marry your size.
No, do you know what? Do you know why this is funny to me? So she told him that we have to switch things up. Like she came in one day, she said we have to switch things up. She just said it. And then he said, okay, no problem, just first lie down. You first lie down.
Maybe before you were turning left.
No, but
now you turn right.
He said, don't worry, we'll soon start changing. Just lie down first, I'm coming. But I think, there's a very weird thing, and this is funny because I'm also I'm a bit shy. Sexually, I'm actually shy. But you have, if you want something,
you have to say it.
It's not,
you have to do more than saying it.
It's like you just get there, you say,
you have to kind of,
brother, I'm bored. You have to not just say, you have to kind of do it. Yeah,
you have to show.
Try. You have to I want us to try this.
I don't know. So I can't tell from what she wrote if she's tried or not. But the problem is that it doesn't sound like he's a willing participant. I feel like he has found what he likes.
I would like us to not infer that much. Okay, they've been married for 5 months.
Oh, I thought she said 5 years.
No, 5 months.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. So
you have to be like,
were they not sleeping together before?
My nigga, no. She said she has come to realize he's boring. So they probably waiting
I know this
marriage.
Is not the point, but we were talking about this on Sunday, me and the girls. Like, this whole thing that you won't try before you buy, can you see why it's extremely dangerous?
It's not, do you know, this is not a real, to me, this is not even yet a real problem.
I don't think so. I think, because I thought she said 5 years.
No.
If it's 5 months, I think he just has to pay a bit more attention to what she wants as well.
No, she also needs to learn.
They have to have a conversation.
And sometimes with sexual things, it is awkward.
Talk clearly, and you have to
very
acknowledge that, hey, this is very awkward. Let's have the conversation.
Yeah. And what do you want? So even like the thing is, she knows what she wants.
Yeah, so
she doesn't want to say
it clearly.
So what she wants is for him to be trying till he gets it.
Yeah.
But sex is very awkward. There's some things that you've imagined.
It can't work
And it can
the
never
way
click.
you've imagined.
It can
And
never
you
click.
have to have a temperament where two of you can laugh and move on. Where it's not like, oh my God, I'm in my head, this one, that one.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think she has to have a proper conversation with him to find out whether, because it's one or two things, whether like he just thinks it's fine and he's moving on in what he thinks is fine, or he's actually not the kind of guy that like thinks that his own partner's satisfaction is equally as important, which is a much larger problem. But you can't really tell from what she has said now.
Yeah.
Man, I think you need to sit down. You're a big girl.
Yes.
You need to sit down and say,
Nobody's
sir,
going to beat
Shebi say
you.
we're married forever. This thing cannot click for me. Okay?
Yeah.
And I find that actually a lot of women are not as comfortable explaining, especially if you don't come across that way, explaining to men that I'm not as vanilla
As you would think.
as I might appear.
Yeah.
Do you get? And I think in this case, she has to just yarn him that, bro, this might have been working fine for you. We must switch things up. She can draw him a diagram.
Okay. Up next, we have Josephine, who says, I'm getting married soon, but got pregnant accidentally. Basically, my fiance skipped the condom and pulled out, but I got pregnant. I've had an abortion because I'm not ready at present, because I'm not settled in a job, and the wedding is a bit far off, and it would disappoint my family, so I feel really bad about it. My friends won't judge me, but I find it really difficult to talk to anybody about it. I feel like it would change what they think of me, even though I know it won't. Any advice?
I mean, it's clearly on your mind and you want to talk about it. I think pick the people you feel safest. So
Pick
the thing
one friend.
is, pick one friend. And this thing always happens where you, even though, especially because of what she said, especially even the friends that you know will not judge you, still feel somehow because it's something that you judge by yourself. If in her mind abortions were totally fine and nothing to be judged, she won't feel this way. But because it's something that like prior to now, she judges in her own capacity. Now, this thing always happens where it can't be me. Now it's you. And now you're struggling because other people might not have a problem with it, but it was
It's
you that had a
bothering
problem.
you.
Yeah. I think
You need to talk to somebody.
I think you need to talk to someone.
1,000,000%.
And I think just, if anything, pick one friend that you know that, okay, you know, two of you can say. But me, I think it's also a brave thing to like do it when you know that you're not ready for the baby, rather than kind of forcing the situation.
Anyway. That's
tough.
really, really tough.
But I think you should definitely speak to someone because people, you know, have abortions, but it can also be a heavy psychological thing.
I think just so I see this a lot on social media where sometimes people talk about abortions very casually, in that they also actually take a toll.
Yeah, it can be heavy for
and
you
physically.
to think,
So
okay, I had this baby and then, you know, I kind of got rid of it or whatever. And yeah, even if your reasons are sound and it's the logical thing to do, I think you should talk to someone you trust, because getting help and maybe talking to a counselor is different from talking to people who support you and will remind you that there's nothing wrong with you. It's just, you know, normal.
But I think it's really important to talk to someone. Yeah.
Pick a friend that like
Okay.
you think will not judge you and start from there.
And Nigerian men, what's that Chinasa's Is This It Taking? She had a clip where she was asking Nigerian men, what's it like dating you? All of this like a roller coaster. It's like a roller coaster. I'm not joking, no. Different, like this was different episodes. Different guys. What's it like dating you? Man, it's like a roller coaster. Another one's leg was, it's like a roller coaster. It's like a roller coaster. See? Wonders. Nonsense and
So,
ingredients.
my dear, this is not, you have a new, but don't go on any roller coaster. Okay.
Yeah, but that's so hurtful.
That's tough.
That's so hurtful
one.
and it's so sad. But if you're having this baby,
Like
and it's
have the
something that
baby,
you
just
want,
know that, look, two of you will be okay.
you'll be
And
fine.
You can, tell
It'll
the
be
man,
hard, but
let
you'll
him,
be fine.
Let him state his involvement with his child, but try and separate that from him and you. Let me.
How do you do this? Like, what are the things you put in place to stop you from acting stupid?
Man, my dear, disgrace is a powerful tool. I always picture the disgrace at the front.
So the thing is not even disgrace. It's like I talk a big game. And like lock myself into the...
My problem is that I talk such a big game.
Yeah, I talk a big game
difficult.
and then that locks me into that locks me into doing what I said I
Yeah.
would do, so I don't disgrace myself.
No, but also me, I just don't like, and the thing is, it's not even public. I don't even like a private sale.
As in between me and you.
No, I don't like a private
Every
sale.
little thing that we do.
I don't even want that private. I don't like, man, especially with men. No. I don't like disgrace at all. So I try to avoid it at all costs, really. I really do. Especially when things have gone bad. There's just a lot that you shouldn't be. And sometimes what will happen is I will just maybe if the thing I want to do is 100%, just 5%. And once I see that, you see what is happening here now is this clear fortune teller of what is going to come. You have to free it. So I don't think this babe should be, but I feel like this kind of person that can laugh at her at the suggestion of being forcing him to be married.
Yeah.
So
don't do that. I think she also, obviously when you're pregnant, you're a bit more vulnerable and stuff like that.
I would not want to be alone. But this, I don't think this is her partner.
No, at all.
Yeah. So even when they might co-parent, she might still be alone.
Yeah.
So anyway, what a lovely time, all and sundry.
Yes, I missed when it's just the two of us. Honestly,
yeah, I can't lie.
I quite love it. I love the personal
I'm going to think
chaos.
of a topic for next time that we can delve into. I like a topic.
I have
one.
We still haven't spoken about our shameless antics.
You're still on this.
Yes, I'm telling you,
okay,
we have so many. I have a
fine.
list of things we can talk about.
Okay, fine.
Honestly,
We'll do that.
We have an episode of. So basically, my idea for the episode, you guys will find out soon.
Sure. All right. Peace and love.
All right, guys.
Doodles.
Best of joy and love
Whatever.
and luck
Bye.
and all that stuff.